afternoon. Happy rainy Sunday, World Wide Web, down here in Orlando, Florida, Carnival Country. We got so many cruise ships leaving the state. It's unbelievable. Carnival Cruise Line. If you want to go on a holiday cruise on Carnival or Norwegian, you need to book your tickets now, or you're not going to be able to go. They are sold out to the end of the year now. Both companies, Norwegian's a month more sold out than Carnival. So Norwegian has a slight upper hand in that game, probably because they have less ships. Carnival also has higher prices, and Carnival has had higher prices for longer. Carnival started out last quarter discounting their tickets. Carnival quit doing that quickly and ended up having a really good quarter, but part of their last quarter was from discounted tickets. Norwegian doesn't seem to have discounted tickets last quarter. They seem to have stopped doing that the quarter prior. Carnival Cruise Lines at $17.23, I would say is a fantastic buy because it's inevitably going to $35. Why? Because they're going to put up earnings per share annually of about $1 a share, somewhere around there, probably forever, just like they used to. It's going to be a good company. It's going to be every bit of $35, even after diluting itself in half. They also raised their prices. They expanded the number of passengers. They expanded capacity. And they got much higher prices now than they had pre-COVID. They have a lot of things they're going to battle off that dilution, but they can't battle it off completely unless they do a stock buyback. They're not going back to $60 or $70 or $50. They're going to stop around 35. That's where perpetual motion is going to take you. Now, yes, we just did have a monster run-up on Carnival and Norwegian. Yes, they were both a little bit overdone, possibly, according to what the pace should be. In my opinion, I don't know what you think the pace should be. I think this thing should scream upwards, right to the finish line if it's inevitable. It's pretty much inevitable, but I guess a lot of things can go wrong in a year. But all expectations are that this is the direction that they're both headed to, and that's why we saw such strong momentum to get up to these levels to begin with. Carnival was $19.50 the other day. It has taken a shit on itself over the last few days, and it's just, don't like to see that. But you know what, everyone? We're going to see a lot of that. We're going to see Carnival come up. We're going to see Carnival go down. We're going to see it go up. We're going to see it go down. Same with Norwegian. This is the new norm. This is the way it's going to go up from now on. It's going to go up with a roller coaster. It's going to be a roller coaster upwards. It's going to be a great stock to not day trade, but maybe weekly trade or every half week trade. After every big dip, maybe get a little. After every big spike, now's the time to get out. If you tried to get out on spike number one that went from $10 to $19, you got screwed because it just kept going up. You couldn't get back in again. But now I think we're living in a universe where the couple of bucks a month that this thing is going to progress is not substantial enough to fight off ups and downs. It just progressed, $10 in just over a month, from 9 to 19. We're not going to get that kind of pace again. We're going to get 17 to 19, 17 to 19, 16 to 19, 16 to 20, 17 to 20, 17 to 20, 18 to 20, 18 to 21, 18 to 20, 18 to 20, 17 to 20. Are you with me? This is what we're going to get from now on. And then it's going to hit 23. And then we're just going to go up about $2 a month from here on out until it reaches its point. Now, when's its point going to reach? They're going to be in the black next quarter. They're going to be in black the following quarter in December. So their January earnings are going to be reflecting 2 positive quarters in a row and probably 50 cents earnings per share, maybe 60%. They're going to be at the doorstep where the world can say at that point, yeah, this sucker's worth $30 now, just because we can see the inevitable next 2 quarters, considering they're already booked out for it. Considering, how much evidence do you need? They already booked all the cruises for 6 more months. Come January, it's already going to be halfway there. and they're going to be booked out for the other half. So the writing is going to be on the wall. They already sold the tickets. They already improved by that much. Are they going to be at $1 earnings per share for the year? Yeah, they are, and probably better than that. Norwegian is 1 month ahead of them, maybe 2 months. They're at 26 cents positive earnings per share in 2 weeks. In the following earnings, and it's going to be hold on a second. August, September, October, November. In November, they're going to do up another 30 cents or 35 cents, and they're going to be already halfway there. By the end of the year, they're going to be halfway there, and they'll probably be given the credit of being all the way there at that point, considering the ticket sales will be sold out for 6 months. The writing will be on the wall that this thing's definitely going to carry the earnings per share of $1 or more, and putting this thing at a minimum of $35, just like Carnival. Norwegian and Carnival following the same path, ending up the same destination, and ending up there by December, because everybody can read the we already sold all of our tickets for the next 6 months. You can't get a ticket for 6 months. Plus, we've already done 2 quarters worth of great accomplishments. So, but both companies are headed upwards. These are becoming good ones to let go of and get back a hold of. I don't think you're going to miss the boat on anything. I don't think if you let go at 23 or 22 that you're going to miss any boat. It's always going to come back down under that number, and it's always going to go up to a higher number. And that's what you can continually and persistently look for in these companies right now, is a good rolling stock that you can't go wrong on, because it's always going to recover if you do buying the underlying stock, or if you buy long-term options. If you buy short-term options, God help you. I hope you're guessing correctly. But if you do July's, January's, ones that are relatively long-term options, or just buy the underlying stock, you can always sit it out no matter what train wreck entails. It's always going to go up more than it goes down. And that's the one thing we can say about Carnival and Norwegian. What just happened isn't going to happen again, but I've just filled you in on what is going to happen. This is just like gravity. It's just falling. It just has to, fall some more, but it's about as predictable as gravity. Now, the only thing that can stop them is COVID hitting again, or like a bunch of their cruise ships sinking or something like that. That's the only thing that can go wrong. Once you've booked out that many tickets, they're already sold. So like the money's already in the bank. As long as your ships are ready to go, which I believe they will be. I don't remember anyone losing a Carnival ship. I don't remember anyone losing a Norwegian ship. People jump off of them from time to time. That's not good for the news cycle, but the world gets over it and forgets it a week later. But Carnival, just an update on your expectations for the future. And yes, this one is safe to get in and out of as you see fit, and it will have perpetual upward motion. So if you ever see a shit crash, get some more of it. If you ever see a new high, feel comfortable in getting out of it, and feel comfortable that it's not going to run away from you. Now, when it comes to Norwegian, their earnings is in 2.5 weeks. It could just run away from you a little bit, and it might be tough. But I think on Carnival, I think we're in full rolling mode now. And on Norwegian, I think the 2 weeks are still a little bit iffy. I think we're going to see new highs. They might not be able to come down from themselves. But after that, then they will be rolling fully. So I give Norwegian one more chance on perpetual upwardness until that stops, which will probably be a week after earnings. Then it'll collapse, and then it'll go up, and then it'll collapse, and it'll go up. It's going to be a great rolling one to make. You might be, instead of making $15, you can make $600 of movement on these things, just the way they're going to move. But the beauty of them is the faith you can have in sleeping at night that they're always going to come back, because they're going up. They're just going up. End of story. We know what the earnings per share in a year is going to be. We know where that's going to happen. We know what the world's going to think of that. We know where the numbers are going to sit. You're not going to look at a $17 Carnival at $1 a share. I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. And if we do have a recession, it's still not going to happen. And after 2008, when the whole world was falling apart, Carnival and Norwegian were rocking it. They only have to sell a couple of thousand seats in a city of tens of millions and a market share of tens of millions per port. They have people flying in, they have people driving in. It's crazy. The cruise business doesn't hurt in a recession. Plus, they're international companies. They're not tied to, they're in the Bahamas and they're all over the world. They don't need any one market. They don't care about any one labor market. If America has a crappy labor situation, guess what? They go hire from elsewhere. If somebody has bad taxes, guess what? They move to somewhere else. This is the most fluid companies on earth. Their staffing, their parts, their fuel, everything that they spend money on, they get to choose where they get to do it. They don't have to do it, at our high expectations and wages and prices. They can go somewhere else and do it. They can go get all their repairs done in China and then come back and make money in North America. They can do anything they want to do. The flexibility of a cruise ship is phenomenal. It's like a hotel on wheels, and even better, it floats. So you can actually escape this place and go get something done at a reasonable rate. Carnival and Norwegian, something you can sleep with at night. Let that be your expectation. Don't be mad at the 1723. It just hit a low point. Is it going to hit another high point? Of course it is. If you're on short-term options, switch it into long-term options. You shouldn't be in short-term options. You should be in something that you can sleep well at night with and take advantage of the perpetual upwardness. You don't have to hit any strike prices. Just let it go up for a little while, get out at a high point and or a higher point, and then just wait. Just wait till it hits a lower point by a couple of bucks. Get back in. Ride the roller coaster. You should be able to get, how many humps of this roller coaster will there be? I will say hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of ones that are very easily to predict. They're going to happen every week or every other week in both directions for the next minimum 6 months. I think by then we're going to be sitting around the 30s. But Norwegian could be a little fickle on earnings. If they blow out earnings, you might see a number it get to that it can't. It will be so far up, you might not be able to catch it. It will fall down, but it might not fall down to 17. You might never see 17 or $21 on it again. Let's take a look at Norwegian really quick. NCLH is the ticker symbol. Norwegian, you might not see 2042 again. That's the only caveat with this. This one here might go to 25 on earnings. You'll never see this again, but you're going to see 22 a lot, and you're going to see 23 a lot, or you'll see a few bucks under that a lot. But keep in mind, Norwegian will get overblown. It will cool, and then it'll be right back into the rolling mode where it will just stay. It's just going to be in rolling mode. Not that much good, not that much bad is going to happen to it, but there's always going to be more good than bad, and we know its ultimate destination. Do your homework, check the numbers, listen to the earnings reports. You'll come to the same conclusion. It is absolutely inevitable. Very safe stocks to play with, and just be very determined. You can set your limit orders in advance, good till canceled. You can just say, hey, if it hits $20.40, buy. And then just go ahead and set another limit order. If it hits, $25, sell. Or, just because it's earnings seasons. And after the earnings thing's over, you can set it for sell it at 27 and buy it at 23. And you just be able to shake it back and just let the trades go off automatically. Take your emotional involvement out of the game. Don't you have to look at this thing every single day. Just know that if it goes down, you'll get more. And know that if it goes up, you'll cash out. And just keep playing the game. And don't use your emotions. Don't guess. Just take $3 off of it or $2 off of it and decide to buy it again at that level. And if it goes up, decide to sell it again right there. It's always going to come back underneath where it was, except for this earnings debacle. Carnival, you can get right in with that now. It's there right now. And their next earnings, they might have a inevitable spike that can't come back. It just depends on how much it progresses before that earnings. This one's not progressing as much pre-earnings. So for right now, I'm saying it could very well progress, and it might over progress one more time. But I don't know. Thoughts and feelings on Norwegian and Carnival. Thank you for watching. That's what the future will hold. It should be a really easy stock to make money on with a rolling pattern with no risk because you know where it's going. You know where it's going to end up with. The only mistake you can make is buying short-term options. And don't buy them that long-term out. Just go ahead and get a 26 or a 27 January. Get something like that, or a July 30 would be nice. That'd be a total no-brainer. Norwegian Cruise Lines, everybody. I don't know how much lower it's going than this. Can it? I guess anything can happen. Ain't going to be there for long, though. It's going to come screaming out of that position. It'll probably come screaming out of this position. Have a wonderful day. Please like the video and subscribe. So far, we've taken you from $9 to on Carnival all the way up to 19, and 13 on Norwegian all the way to 22. We've done you right. We've done our homework. We've read the tea leaves. We've seen the inevitable. The inevitable is a fully recovered both cruise lines. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Please believe in it and believe in the channel and like the video and subscribe. I'll keep you coming with the updates. We'll do buy, hold, sell updates at different moments. And I'll just let you know what I'm doing with my account. And that's how I'm going to play this all the way through. It's going to go up another 15 bucks. I believe that. And I am going to go up another $300 while that thing goes up $15 because I'm going to do it over and over and over and over and over. For every $5 it goes up, I want to be able to go up 30. So I'm just going to play this thing back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And that's going to be the plan. It's going to be emotion-free and automated. And either I'll get it or I won't get it. And if I don't get it, that means it just went up further or it just hovered. So either way, win-win. But take your emotions out of the game, get to the inevitable, and let the numbers just play with themselves and have fun. Norwegian and Carnival, two stocks you can truly have fun with. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.